What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, we get to talk, I guess, again, one more time before this Oblivion Remaster comes out. It's freaking real. Now, look, I normally don't go on the offensive. I kind of sit here, blabber to the universe. If you want to listen, great. If not, no big deal. But to those people that were very, very upset with me, very mean to me, look, I have pretty thick skin, so take this all kind of as a joke. But I, no joke, had quite a few people very upset, throwing around some nasty words and just saying, Alex, how could you believe something like this? You're this, you're that. Am I going to get an apology by mail? Do you want to write it to me? Like, how do you want to convey that you're sorry for doubting that this thing was ever going to come? No, look, in reality, this thing is real. This thing is definitely real, right? Now, here's the situation. I don't know what you're allowed to show and what you're not allowed to show. The people that are posting the images are very afraid that they're going to be taken down. I think the original link has been completely nuked. So if you try to find it from like the direct source, and what I'm talking about is people found some leaked picture, or they did it to themselves, the studio. There's pictures of the Oblivion Remaster. In fact, there is literally like the box art of the Oblivion Remaster that calls it that. So it's coming. You can look at the box art. You can look at some visual enhancements made to the game. I think even some of them have the side-by-sides. Here's what it looks like in 06. Here's what it looks like now. Let me just say, okay, for being a remaster, and we're going to go through some of the older rumors as well here, the thing is definitely, I think, positioned more like a remake than anything. And by the way, these are my favorite kinds of remasters. Remasters that you don't actually know if they're remakes or not. They tend to be some of the better ones because they're normally priced better, I guess. Like, as a remaster, they take less time, so like you can hopefully get more games that do this more often. But you know what? There's like actual enhancements made. So, you know, you look at it, which I'm not going to show. I'm saying you can go online and look at it. You can absolutely see the improvements, right? In fact, it definitely looks more like a remake than a remaster. But you might be wondering, well, is this going to just simply be a visual kind of remaster, Alex? I haven't been paying attention this whole time. Well, let me show you this this one post on Gaming Leaks and Rumors Reddit. So this was a while ago. This was back in January of this year from npfirst.com, and this post here just kind of goes over the easier to understand details. So the HUD is meant to be easier to understand for new players. Stamina is meant to be less frustrating and for players to be knocked down less when it's depleted. Hit reactions are meant to improve combat on both the player and enemy side. Blocking is meant to be inspired by Souls-like games. Sneaking is meant to have sneak icons more highlighted. Archery is meant to make it more modern for third and first person to play. There's also kind of conflicting opinions on if this is going to include all the DLC. I think it is. I think that's generally like the mindset of people online. I think what was leaked today with those images was also the idea that it will have a deluxe edition. I never got to see what if there was a rumor of like what the deluxe edition would have. I just find it very hard to believe that you would remaster this game and you would put it out in broken pieces, right? Like, okay, buy the base game, but then you have to buy the DLCs kind of separate to add it to it. If you're going to remaster it, you're going to put it all together. This is what they would probably consider, right, the definitive experience, the definitive way to play Oblivion. I just can't. And also, by the way, I guess for a game that's almost 20 years old, I don't see the need why you would have to break up its DLCs and not have it all part of the base game. So I would imagine it's all there. That's kind of another thing that's come out today, but it's real. It's real. And I know people are posting things about like contacting Xbox support. I don't know if that's real or not, so I didn't want to like get into it too much. Xbox support may or may not have like legitimately confirmed that it comes out on the 21st. Regardless, as we talked about yesterday, like it's coming out next week, whether it comes out Monday, Tuesday, whenever it might be, it's coming out next week. I pray that it's early in the week so that I can play a couple days of it, go to Expedition 33, and then come back. That's kind of my plan. I really would prefer that it does not come out the same day as it. I'd really prefer that, but I'm not in charge and I have absolutely no power, so we'll see what they do. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.